It's Joana Leíros. I know you from your other job by Green Coffee, but that was once. You're working now at ChainCraft. And yeah, please take the stage. You prepared some sheets, and afterwards, you know the drill. We will discuss a little bit with the audience, etc. So go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming here to this presentation. My name is Joana Leíros, and I work as process engineer at ChainCraft. And today I would like to give you a presentation about ChainCraft, and more in particular about one of our processes that is to turning potato juice into circular fatty acids. So for the agenda of today, I would like to first introduce you ChainCraft. I don't know if you ever heard about the company or not, so I think it's nice to explain what we do and how we do it. And then I also would like to explain our technology scaling approach, and also about our next steps and what we're currently busy with. So ChainCraft is a small company that was founded 15 years ago as a spin-off from Wageningen University. It's based in the Netherlands, in the port of Amsterdam. And currently we have around 35 full-time employees, but we are growing fast, so maybe next year we are much more than this. We are a leading technology company that uses mixed culture fermentation to make these bio-based chemicals from organic residues. And in our site in Amsterdam, we have our office, we have also a lab, and we also have a commercial demonstration plant. And in this plant here that you can see in the picture, we can produce already around 2 kilotons of products per year, which are already being commercialized. So now I would also like to explain a bit the ideas behind the founding of ChainCraft. So ChainCraft was founded having some current of the challenges of the world in mind and trying to find a solution to fix them. So the first challenge that was taken into account for the founders of ChainCraft was the fact that the chemical industry is highly dependent on fossil fuels and also in palm oils. And this, of course, has consequences. So the fossil exploitation, of course, leads to pollution and also to the emission of greenhouse gases. Then also the palm oil exploitation also has some problems with deforestation, with concerns about the human rights, and also there's a loss of biodiversity. And then there's a third part of this problem. There is the fact of the sourcing not being local. And of course, that this can have impact in the supply and in the pricing, creating some instability. And another challenge that the founders of ChainCraft saw is also the fact of in our society, there's a lot of food waste. And of course that this is bad because of course contributes for the global warming, but also is a big loss of opportunity because a lot of these food residues still contain a lot of valuable nutrients that can still be used. So then, of course, there's a lot of potential for circularity in this food waste. So having all these current challenges in mind, that was the idea of founding ChainCraft. And our solution is to turn chemistry circular. And we want to provide sustainable chemicals that can improve our daily lives. And these chemicals that we can produce with ChainCraft, with our technology, have different advantages. For example, they have a lower carbon footprint. They are made without using genetically modified organisms. They are local. So this, of course, has advantage in terms of being a more stable supply and also more stable pricing compared to other alternatives currently in the market. And then there's also the advantage of not having to to apply for the regulation of European Union on deforestation, and this forces companies that to keep track of all the raw materials that they use in their process. So then for ChainCraft, this doesn't apply. And yeah, as I think that you could already notice that sustainability is really something important for ChainCraft. So that's why we really try to follow the European Commission sustainability goals for development. So in this slide here, we just have a few examples of these development goals that we relate to at the ChainCraft. So we have, for example, the responsible consumption and production, and we did this, of course, because we are upcycling residues. Then we also have the climate action. So if our products emit less greenhouse gases. And also the number 15, that is life on land. And this is because for our process, there's no need to use rainforest. So still in the topic of the sustainability and the low carbon footprint of our products. So together with an external party, we did some life cycle assessment comparison. So we try to compare the fatty acids that can be produced by ChainCraft technology with competitors from other sources. So we compare with the fatty acids being made from coconut oil, from palm oil, and also from crude oil. And what we could see with this comparison is that our fatty acids can have a much lower global warming impact that can be from 3 to 6 times lower. So far I introduced to ChainCraft, the reasons behind the founding of ChainCraft. So I think it's also important to explain how exactly we do this production of these sustainable chemicals. So that comes with our proprietary fermentation technology. At ChainCraft we have this solution that is based on 2 fermentation steps. So we used, for both fermentations, we use open mix cultures. And in the first fermentation step, what happens here is that we have then this mix of organisms that are capable of converting this organic matter that is in the food residues into short-chain fatty acids. And these short-chain fatty acids can be, for example, from acetic acid, propionic acid, or butyric acid. And then after this fermentation step, then where we make our short-chain fatty acids, we go to our second fermentation step. And here also we have a mixed culture of organisms, and these ones are capable of combining these short-chain fatty acids with an electrode donor, which in our case we use ethanol for this. And then what they can do is to do a chain elongation, and then we produce our medium-chain fatty acids. And then the third big step then of our technology, of course, is a combination of downstream processing techniques where we can separate and purify these fatty acids. And we focus mainly, there's 2 main fatty acids that we produce. So we C4 and C6, so butyric acid and caproic acid. And now I think that it's also nice to show you where we can use these fatty acids that we produce in our technology. So these chemicals can be used in a wide variety of applications. Here are just some examples of them. So for example, now with our already our demo plant, we are using these fatty acids in the feed additives, for example, but we can also use it for cosmetics and fragrances, also for cleaning and washing products, for paints, for lubricants, also for plasticizers, and also for food ingredients. So there's really a wide range of applications where we could use these fatty acids. So now coming to, I would like to also explain you how we see our technology scaling up and development. So right now we see it like increasing the scale step by step. So at our site in Amsterdam, we have a lab facility. In this lab, we can make up to 1 kilo of product per year. Then we already, over these 15 years, we already run a few pilots at third-party facilities where you could get, of course, more a higher development of the technology. And then we also have our demo plant also at our site, and we are already commercializing some of the products. And now what we are working on and looking forward is to move to a full-scale plant where we can increase this production and even reach a production of 20 kilotons of products per year. So yeah, in this picture here, I would like to just show you our site in Amsterdam. Okay, I don't know how to use the pointer, but yeah, you can see here in the right of the picture, we have our three of our fermenters for the first step of the fermentation, which is an hydrolysis and acidification step. Then next to the water, you also see our fermenters for the second step, which is the chain elongation. And then inside the big hall that you see there, there's where our downstream processing units are running. And then, yeah, our office and lab is in this building here that is cut from the picture. So this is just our site currently in Amsterdam. And then coming back to our goal of going to reach a full-scale facility. So that comes a bit like the strategic feedstock partnership that we did together with ABB. So with this collaboration, the intention is that we can use the residual potato juice that is produced from ABB as our feedstock for a process and then make these fatty acids. And here you can see here in the map of the Netherlands, so ChainCraft, we are located in Amsterdam, and ABB is located close by to Groningen in Ter Apelkanaal. So the idea is that we want to make this full scale in Ter Apelkanaal, so that is close to the source material. And then also brings the, of course, ISPT and their fascinating program. So this fascinating program from ISPT stands for Food Agro-Sustainable Circular Nature Technology in the Groningen province. And then we are together in this program with ABB also, so to go further in this collaboration of using the potato juice as a feedstock for a process. So just to explain you a bit overview, so we have ABB that uses potatoes and to make their ingredients and derivatives products. And then they have as a byproduct, they have this potato juice that we can use at ChainCraft as our feedstock and then use our core technology and then make these circular fatty acids from it. So I would also like to mention what is the main impact of this fascinating program for ChainCraft from our point of view. So this project is really helping us with the developing of pilot training facility. So I mentioned before that we already, of course, over these 15 years of running the company, we did some pilots at third-party facilities, but now what we would like to have is a pilot at our site in Amsterdam. And with this pilot, we can get can it be a training facility for the full-scale team before it's running. And another aim for this pilot facility that we are looking also besides this training facility is also that then we can make more samples, larger volumes of samples. And of course, then this can also be really advantage for our commercial team to still develop more in the applications. And then I included here some examples of the applications where then these products can be used. So we have cleaning products. I also put here a picture. So already Econbert already made some cleaning products using our fatty acids. And then it can also be for preservatives for the food, for the feed industry. can also be, for example, for flavors, for plant-based cheese, and also for ingredients for cosmetics, and also for some more environmental friendly oils. So there's really a wide range of applications. And yeah, so my message for the audience today, I don't know if any of you here today, if you are a producer of any of these type of products, or if you are a producer of other product, but you think that our fatty acids can be an interesting raw material for use, and please just after this presentation, you can come talk to me or one of my colleagues that are also here with me today, and then we can of course put you in contact with our commercial team, and maybe we can work together. So, and just like to wrap up our scaling up approach, I mentioned before that at our site we already have the lab and the demo, but in our next step, so for the coming 2 years, we are looking into filling in this train completely. So we are working on making a pilot at our site for next year already. And in 2027, we hope to have our full scale running in Terra Apple Canal. So yeah, we are really busy with making these 2 plants, the pilot and the full scale, happening. We're looking, of course, then for a lot of process equipment. So that's why we thought that this event could be really a great opportunity for us to find providers that can help us with some of these equipment units. So that's why I thought that it was a nice idea to include here the main type of equipment that we are looking for in our process, both scales. So have in mind that we are looking for pilot and also full scale. Yeah, I can mention them. So we have some reactors, some tanks, some agitation tanks and storage tanks. We also have some columns for stripping, for scrubbing, evaporation and distillation columns. Also some separation, so centrifuges, decanters and clarifiers, and also some pumps, valves and heat exchangers. So please, if you can help us with any of these, just reach us out after the presentation and we can... Okay, it's great. I see that there's someone in the audience. And yeah, just to finish today, I would like to finish with this picture. So this was a picture taken this year in June during our company event that we went to Terra Apple Canal, and we took a picture of the team in the site where our full scale is going to be. And that was it from my side. So thank you all for listening. And if you have any question, please
applause for Joana. And I really like your last 2 sheets because they were really concrete to the audience. Are there any companies delivering that equipment, or are there any companies that want to use the product ChainCraft made? I see a hand. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Uwe Altener. I'm a sales manager at a Lose company in Germany, and I'm interested in getting in contact with you after the show here.
Okay,
so
perfect.
To talk about some details. So I guess we have some opportunities to do some mechanical engineering together.
Great to hear. Yeah, thank you.
What kind of equipment?
Equipment is like mixing, agitators, and so in that case, so vessels, what you need. So there are some.
They look hungry, those ChainCraft colleagues. Yeah, others with questions or there's stepping in wishes.
Yes, I saw that you deliver a C4. Oh, sorry, I'm a development engineer from Philips. So I am an expert in plastics, not specific in chemicals. But if you produce C4, C6 fatty acid, then you have for cleaners, but also for food ingredients. Is the specification and the way you validate your process different for the food and the non-food products?
So then the purity levels that we can reach, we can work with that. So we can make it 99.9% pure, or you can also make it less pure if it's.
My question is more about the certification. So, if for plastic you have FDA, you have EFSA release, so you need to prove that you have a GMP system in place.
Yes.
How does that work with your green chemistry and food, non-food?
So currently our demo plant that is already running, we are GMP plus. Not food certified, but GMP plus. That's why we sell it for feed additives applications. And then for the goal for the full scale, then we'll have into account that if you want to supply for food and for the feed, then we have to have all these certifications. But that's for the full scale.
Maybe last question, ICC Plus certification, are you looking at that?
What, sorry?
ICC Plus certification, if you have bio-based or recycled content in an oil-based environment, you can certify your supply chain. But
I'm not aware if... yeah, sorry.
You can come back on that, right?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Antoon ten Kate, Gemspiration. Thank you for your talk. I also have some suggestions on the process development side, but we can chat afterwards, probably after my neighbor. A question I have, a rather technical question, is you produce C4, C6. Is that a fixed ratio or is there flexibility? And is there any chance you can go further down the chain growth?
So to go to higher...
To the long, the coconut, the tallow type of...
yeah, so right now at this stage, so to make a plant, we are looking at C6. But then, of course, we also have our R&D department. And we have projects going on right now. And we're also working on going to C8 and to longer change. Yeah.
Maybe you can introduce yourself as colleagues.
Hi.
Short. I have the phone.
Sorry. Yeah. Hi, I'm Simon. I'm a process development engineer at ChainCraft. And
I'm David. I'm also a process engineer at ChainCraft.
Good audience for you, right? Yeah. Are there other questions? I'm always so curious that how did it work that such a company as you get AVB as a strategic partner? That's so good.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Stefan Raben, a student from Wageningen University. I was just curious about, because now you're using like potato juice, but can you also use like the organic fraction of municipal waste? Because then you have much larger waste stream. Is it also possible to make volatile fatty acids from that?
So that is it could also be one of the options, but then if you go for that option, for sure you're not going to look into feed or food final applications. So at ChainCraft we focus more in residues more from food, so that can still not be called waste. They can say more like byproducts. So there's what is really waste, and then the byproducts that.
Because if it's waste, then you can't use it for food products because of regulations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then you could still use it for chemicals, but then there are
lower
markets.
value. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the lady here, what kind of equipment do you offer?
Working for Alfa Laval Technologies. So we work with heat transfer, separation technologies, and fluid handling. So I've heard few of the equipment we are experts in.
So Joana,
Yes,
you have to stay whole afternoon here, I assume.
There's a lot of time until 5.
And what is the secret about getting ChainCraft to AVB and working together in a strategic partnership? How did you do that?
Well, I guess there's a really good job from our board also. So I think that we are also managing to prove that we're capable and that our technology can be a good solution. So then, of course, that also then you see big companies looking at it as a good alternative also to work with us. So
Yeah, well done and keep going. If there are no other questions,